So here we have the BMW 118i M Sport Shadow Edition on an 18 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll end up on the controls on the inside of the car. But from the outside, first of all, I wanted to mention that the Shadow Edition has got these kind of darkened rear and front lights, as you can see just there. Working our way down the side of the car, you can see that it's a 5-door car with M Sport alloys and tinted windows. Let's say the rear glass for the lights is also darkened. We'll start off inside the boot and work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors. The other Shadow Edition element that can be seen from the rear is the exhaust pipe. Rather than it being chrome, it's this kind of darkened colour. It looks really fantastic against the colour of the rear bumper as well. There's plenty of boot space, as well as that 60/40 split folding rear seat. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see not only is it in great condition, but it's a fantastic looking car as well. Briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get half Alcantara style trim seats. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the right hand side we have the rev counter, and on the left hand side the speedometer and fuel gauge. You can see the total miles for this car are 5,472. You can change information displayed above that by pushing a button on the end of the indicator stalk for various different bits of trip computer information, or if you wish to, you can leave it on the digital readout for the speedometer and leave it for a few seconds, and that will kind of take over the majority of that section of the screen, as you can see. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right hand side we have stereo controls as well as voice activation for the phone. So hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it can do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you've paired up your phone, and that's done in the sensor area here. So this is BMW's business nav, and all you've got to do is pair your phone from here under the connected drive communication section just here, and you can connect your phone that way. Once you've connected your phone, not only will you be able to make and receive phone calls, but you'll also be able to stream your music wirelessly via Bluetooth audio. This car's also got USB input, CD player, AM, FM and DAB digital radio. All these movements I'm making with the menu are all being done using BMW's iDrive system, which is here. So this dial, essentially, twisting that will take us through the various options. Pushing it down will select options. This also moves to the right, left, up and down as well, or you can access menus directly from these buttons. So for example, on satellite navigation, we push the dial down, we can rotate it to enter new destination, or we can view the map from here. If I want to access this panel to the left, I just jog that dial over to the left, and that panel is now open. There's a full video showing the satellite navigation working on our website and on our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out. Below that we have the CD player and then the air conditioning. So you can select the temperature here, direction of the air on the left hand side, fan speed in the middle, hit that button to turn the air conditioning on, or if you want to turn the climate control on, hit that button and the car will maintain this temperature by taking control of the fan speed itself, which you can see it's now done. Hit that button again and you'll go back to whatever setting you were on previously. Underneath that we have 2 cup holders and a 12-volt charging socket, a 6-speed manual gearbox, and to the right hand side of that we've got these buttons here. So that one turns off the traction control, and these buttons will change the driver setup of the car. So at the moment we're in comfort mode, which is the kind of normal everyday driving mode. We can put the car in Sport and Sport Plus or Eco Pro. So if we look up at the screen again, I can put it into Sport mode, I can put it into Sport Plus mode, I can go back down to Comfort or to Eco Pro. So basically, if you're putting the car into Sport mode, you're making the accelerator pedal react quicker to what you do, the power steering becomes slightly firmer. Sport Plus is exactly the same, but limits the amount of traction control that you have. And Eco Pro is like the polar opposite of those, basically. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.